Hi, it's your favorite professor back again. So this is just a quick short lesson or just maybe a speech of opposing viewpoints, not the database. So the thing about research is that you have an idea or a hypothesis of things. And right now where you should be is that you should be um, thinking about a possible hypothesis. You should be pretty much done, at least given one good pass to all the pieces you're going to use for your analysis, right? Some of you will probably be adding a piece or two, and that's fine to add a piece later if you feel that there's a piece that either better speaks or additionally speaks to your question, and that's perfectly fine. But right now you should have like pages and pages of analysis. And so you should be looking at that analysis and seeing if you see any patterns or anything that possibly answers your research question. And so what we're going to the databases to do is to kind of test that hypothesis, or disprove that hypothesis or add to the hypothesis, right? So that's one of those things that you get to do. It's a little different than, say, like a paper that's in the humanities, where you're doing research all semester. This, you're actually not doing research all semester. You're actually doing research over a couple of weeks, frankly, and you're writing everything because the analysis leads the research, right? And so you are probably going to have work that opposes your hypothesis. And I'm going to say that's okay. That's 100% okay. So if you have a hypothesis that talks about, and I'm picking examples from you guys because I just happen to have read most of Memo 3. Now it's just a matter of uploading everything and doing things. But if you just happen to have a hypothesis that the reason why a certain genre of writing is bleak, and maybe you're in your hypothesis is it's bleak because it's talking about oppressive aspects in an allegory, then that is your hypothesis, your working hypothesis. And so maybe you're doing the research and you find that maybe there's more research that says something completely different, right? That because it is more of a genre that is about social justice, and social justice tends to be bleak, that is why the genre may be bleak. And so you may have that. It kind of goes with your hypothesis, but it kind of doesn't, right? And so that's what you want to reflect in the paper. The literature review, and most of you guys are doing a literature review. In fact, I think all of you guys are doing a literature review. I don't think there's one person who's doing a literary analysis. I don't think anybody's doing a literary analysis. So a literature review is about the conversation, the academic conversation that you are having with the established academicians in this area, right? And part of having a conversation is having disagreements. Disagreements are interesting, right? And so you don't want to shy away from research that's different from what you're seeing, right? I think about the time I spent with Tiffany and looking for sources for her, right? And you all guys hopefully saw that video, how we went into the databases and we did keyword searches and we found some things. We didn't find anything super exact, but we found things that were in the ballpark of what she's talking about. And so she may find things that kind of disagree with her working hypothesis. And so that's perfectly fine too. Does it mean that you change your hypothesis? Maybe, I don't know. It depends. So if you are completely wrong, okay, you should reflect that you're completely wrong. as part of your methodology, I think I would probably go. Just that your original hypothesis was this, and you did this research, and now your hypothesis is this, or your answer to your research question is this. And it's okay to be, you don't know everything. No one here is a PhD in no one here is a PhD in King writing or in Afrofuturism or in Black literature. No one's a PhD in that. I just happen to read a lot of it. And grew up on it, but no one is a PhD. So we're all having, you all are having conversations that you may not know, or trying to answer questions you may not know the answer to. And that's perfectly fine. I told you at the beginning of this situation, of this semester, that research meanders. There is no direct path to research. And I hopefully did not teach you that there's a direct path to research. I hope that what you know now about research is that it's constantly changing. It's a constant moving target, but you can get really close. You can get into the neighborhood of it. That research opens you up to things. You ask the questions, you seek the answer, you seek guidance, which I'm hoping I have been a guide for you, because I don't want to, it's not my research. Again, sales research, but I hope I've been a guide to you. And that's what it is. This is kind of an old school way of learning, right? It's this Socratic, and it's almost Socratic in this way, or Plato-esque in its way. You ask a question, you go and seek the answer, you find guidance to find the answer, and thus you learn more that way than being told what the answer is. So that's all I wanted to say about opposing viewpoints. Don't be afraid of them. Actually welcome them into your research. You guys are going to be doing your annotated outlines for Memo 4. And I want to see some, right? Now, what I'm not saying is purposely go look for some. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you come across it, put it in. I will be pushing back on that. I will be pushing back if I don't see any opposing viewpoints and I kind of feel like something would exist and would add to this conversation. I'm going to ask you, you should probably consider putting this in there. So that's what I have. It's a very short video. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to make you guys aware that this is a natural part of research. It doesn't mean that you start over either, by the way. I don't want you to stress out either. Like, oh my gosh, like what I thought was wrong and it's actually this. Okay, well, that's research. You don't start over, you keep going, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. You know how to get me, and you know how to get office hours. I want to hear from you. I'm very proud of you. I'm excited for your research. I'm just really excited. Bye, guys.